What's going on, guys? Yet again, this is the Comic Guy with another video just for you guys, and this video is actually about Star Wars. But before we get into that, like always, I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing to my channel, been liking and watching my videos. Really take that to the heart. But today's video is gonna be all about Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. But let's get started with the video. Boom. We are one of heroes in a generation. So sing your neighbors. We are one of heroes. We are one. Alright, guys, so I was looking through, doing all my research like I usually do all the time for you guys, and I just seemed to see this one article, and I was like, what, with all the hype going on with The Last Jedi Solo movie coming out in May, with Ryan Johnson saying that he's going to do a whole new saga for Star Wars. But what I was actually seeing that was interesting was this one article, and this article pretty much says, the Game of Thrones creators making Star Wars Night of the Old Republic movies. And I was like, what? The Game of Thrones creators? Like, Game of Thrones is one of my favorite shows. Like, I can't wait to have the last season coming out. That actually is coming out next year. So disappointed. So disappointed. But Game of Thrones is one of those shows that you watch the first episode, you just want to keep on watching every single one right off the bat. But besides that, getting off the freaking subject here real quick. So I'm gonna read you what I saw, and because like I said, it was so interesting. So it says, whenever a new Star Wars project is announced, there's a certain contingent of the fan base that always makes the immediate jump to the same question: are we finally going to get an adaptation of the Knights of the Old Republic games? And the answer to that question has always been the resounding no. Knights of the Old Republic isn't happening. However, this time around, there's actual logic behind the speculations. It's just been announced that we're getting a new Star Wars film series from David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, the creators of Game of Thrones. And it says, Knights of the Old Republic is a part of the Star Wars saga that begins as a Dark Horse comic book series in the 90s, before becoming a widely popular series of the video game in the early 2000s, running through 2011. The Knights of the Old Republic story is set nearly 4,000 years before events of Star Wars: A New Hope. Even a Sith army is on a campaign of destruction across the universe, leaving the Jedi scattered. The main storyline followed Raven, the Dark Lord of the Sith, is captured and wounded in a raid by a Jedi strike team. After being betrayed by his apprentice Darth Malak, with Raven's mind and body both severely wounded in the raid, the Jedi Council sees an opportunity to reprogram the Sith Lord as a Jedi Knight loyal to the Galactic Republic. In the first Knights of the Old Republic, Raven goes through a process of having his loyalty to the light side of the Force tested, as his suppressed evil memories start to resurface. Raven is forced into making a choice between light and dark, ending in a climatic confrontation with Darth Malak. A sequel game followed one of Raven's former disciples from the Mandalorian Wars, who was exiled from the Jedi Order and cut off from his Force powers. The exile eventually has to track down a deadly weapon and face a similar light or dark side choice, either to follow Raven down the path of light or become the new Dark Lord of the Sith. The Knights of the Old Republic games are constantly discussed by fans as a possible movie adaptation, due to the series' deep and expensive mythos and unique setting. Indeed, the announcements of Weiss and Benioff seems very fitting for such a material, as the pair turned the fantasy drama of Game of Thrones into a worldwide pop culture phenomenon. And it's true, Game of Thrones is off the chain. While it may be reductive thinking, Hollywood's trend to trying to make lightning strike twice leads one to believe that Lucasfilm could try to capture the current relevance of the medieval fantasy genre and marry that to the Star Wars franchise in an attempt to widen the franchise genre influences. The prospect of Knights of the Old Republic being a film series is attractive for several key reasons. And these are the reasons why. Let's see. Let's see. It's essentially a reboot of the entire Star Wars concept within the boundaries of franchise canon. It will be a series that's number one. Number two, it will be a series that comes with a lot of fans' enthusiasm behind it, but is free of any obligations to the Skywalker Saga or any tie-in standalone films currently in the docket. Three, there will be a lot more freedom and reinvent the material, reinvent the material and characters of the Knights of the Old Republic series, since the game and comics are no longer canon. 4. The themes of the Knights of the Old Republic franchise will be a new angle for the movie's franchise, offering much deeper and complex exploration of concepts like good and evil, light and dark, in the sort of mature concept that Rian Johnson explored in The Last Jedi, and the next thematic direction Lucasfilm seems to be interested in. Finally, number 5. Knights of the Old Republic offers a whole new sector of merchandising possibilities, including new and different gadgets, vehicles, weapons, and general design aesthetic. So right now, Game of Thrones is gearing up for its final season. Meanwhile, Star Wars is running the franchise before the final chapter of the Skywalker Saga, Episode 9, arrives in 2019. There will be an original trilogy of the film that are coming from The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson, while standalone films like Solo, Star Wars Story look to incorporate former expanded universe mythos into the main canon. A Knights of the Old Republic film will be perfect marriage to both concepts. So, with that at hand, what did you guys think about that? I don't know if you guys ever seen the Game of Thrones, but it's pretty freaking awesome. Game of Thrones is one of the best shows I've ever seen. The whole story about it and everything like that, man, between fire and ice and all this craziness going on, it is absolutely one of the best shows HBO has. One of the best shows I've seen in a long time. It was like I saw everybody talking about the Game of Thrones for a while, and I was like, I'm never gonna see that show. That show looks, stupid. And then I just saw like the first season, first episode, and I was like, boom, second episode, third episode, fourth episode, boom. Seasons later, I'm like, man, I can't wait for the last season to come out. Other than that, what did you guys think about making a movie that's gonna be pretty much out of the canon story? It's gonna be like an extended universe going into like the legends, because they said that the Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic is not even a canon story, it's actually a legend story. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below, comments down below, what do you guys think about the whole doing a separate non-canon story about Star Wars? It could be, or it could not be. It could be a legend story, it could be a canon story. But the creators, you're talking about the creators of one of the best shows in history, okay? What do you guys think about them creating something else? As a Star Wars fan, that I've been watching the movie since forever, like I love the originals, of course. I liked the prequels, and I like the 2 former movies that just came out, and I can't wait to see Solo that's coming out on May 25th. So I can't wait to actually see this movie. Now going into a deeper perspective of the Force, of the good and evil, of the light and dark powers, man, that will be absolutely incredible. Just to expand the universe, so Star Wars fan could be going in, because there's Star Wars fans that are true to the canon story. There's Star Wars fans that I'm like, we like the Skywalker Saga, we're gonna stick to the Skywalker Saga. Then there's those fans that love the legends. So why not have like a combination of both and just bring this whole universe? If you guys have not played Knights of the Old Republic, it is such a fun game to play with. It is free. You guys could download it on your computer if you have the capability of, and play the game. Super great. You could choose between light and dark. You could choose to be a Jedi, smuggler, stormtrooper, whatever you like to become. You actually could do it. It's, I'm telling you, incredible game. And going into that, going into a separate story and doing new stories, I think it will be absolutely incredible. I would love to see if they create a certain aspect. I was hoping about the Rian Johnson, him doing the movie. I think he did such a great job with the Jedi that I would love to see what he was gonna bring. Now Lucasfilm is like, hey, the creators of Game of Thrones, they might create this new saga. It could be based on the Knights of the Old Republic. And I think that's gonna, I mean, introducing Raven, introducing Darth Malak, introducing new Jedis, introducing new characters that we could actually fall in love with, as we did with Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, R2-D2, 3CP, Orlando, Rey, Anakin, Obi-Wan. Falling in love with these characters were awesome during the years growing up, but why not based on something that we could, new characters that we could look forward to and be like, man, that character is awesome. I want to see that. Other than that, I would love to see more of that, and I would love to see what they will create. I mean, see what else they could do. But other than that, let me know what you guys think about that. What do you guys think about having a different saga from the creators of Game of Thrones? Let the comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys to like and subscribe to my channel, so you guys could actually see more upcoming videos and more of my craziness that I always put out there. Make sure you guys check out my Patreon channel. Link is down below. I'm gonna be fixing my Patreon, and I'm gonna be fixing a lot of my social network. I haven't really, there's a lot of things I gotta do for you guys, so you guys can get the latest content fast and quick. My Twitch, I'm gonna be twitching a lot of games. I got Battlefront 2, I got PUBG, Monster World. I want to be hitting up some Twitch. So if you like gaming, make sure you guys check out my Twitch channel. Also, link is gonna be down below. Make sure to follow and hit the notifications on my Twitch channel, so you guys get notified when I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be setting up schedules. There's going to be a lot of new changes. I know I was going to do a couple videos just for Saturday, but I'm like, yo, there's some news out there that just need to be going out there to my peoples. You know what I mean? Other than that, guys, like always, thank you. Really appreciate it for coming into one of my videos. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that notification, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Yet again, like always, this is the Comic Guy. Peace.